Peace from Jerusalem to all of you, wherever you may be. Welcome to Episode 3 of the story of Maritime Straits, a documentary series with Nasser Kandil. In our previous discussion, we explored the foundations of maritime law and the unprecedented expansion of global trade that connected distant shores. However, the rise of permanent naval fleets fundamentally changed the maritime world. These were not merely merchant vessels, but organized power. They existed to protect commercial routes, control narrow passages, and systematically deny access to rivals seeking to challenge their dominance. This quest for control began long ago with ancient Phoenician and Yemeni merchants, who pioneered the first great maritime networks. Joined by Indian and Chinese sailors, they established routes that would eventually whet the appetite of distant European powers. The turning point came with Portugal's daring route around the Cape of Good Hope, a move that bypassed traditional overland paths. Portugal secured its empire through a vast network of forts, ports, and naval stations stretching from East Africa to India and the vital Malacca Strait. Portuguese naval power was dual-edged. It protected friendly commerce while collecting payments from those who wished to trade in their waters. Crucially, it provided the means to intercept and destroy hostile shipping, ensuring that wealth flowed only through Portuguese hands. By the 16th century, Spain adopted a different strategy to protect its wealth. The Atlantic treasure convoys, merchant ships carrying staggering amounts of silver and gold from the Americas, sailed under heavy armed escort to ward off pirates. The logic was simple but effective. Concentrate vulnerable vessels into protected groups, making them a target too formidable for most to attack. Then came the Dutch East India Company, a commercial corporation that functioned like a sovereign state, with its own ships and soldiers. They wielded naval power to seize forts and enforce monopolies, proving that commerce and military might were now inseparable. Britain eventually surpassed them all by building an interconnected strategic network that spanned the globe's most vital choke points. Britain eventually surpassed them all by building an interconnected strategic network that spanned the globe's most vital choke points. From Gibraltar to Suez, Aden, and Singapore, Britain controlled the gates of the world, ensuring their empire never truly slept. The return of the convoy system became a matter of survival during the First and Second World Wars. The threat of German submarines forced merchant ships back into formations, protected by destroyers and minesweepers. By 1939, the British Admiralty exercised total supervision over maritime movement, coordinating every vessel's journey across the Atlantic. The movement of food, fuel, weapons, and troops was no longer just trade. It was the heartbeat of national survival. A profound shift occurred as naval fleets transitioned from coal to oil, forever changing the nature of maritime strategy. Modern fleets now had a new mission. They had to protect the very oil they depended on, from tankers to refineries. The strategic importance of the straits intensified as they became the world's energy arteries, vital for global industry. This vulnerability was laid bare during the tanker war of 1984, where commercial shipping became a direct target of regional conflict. In response, Operation Earnest Will in 1987 saw Kuwaiti tankers reflagged under the American flag for naval protection. This era defined the modern relationship between a vessel's national flag, its maritime insurance, and the protection it can command. Stability was sought through the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, opened for signature in 1982. Entering into force in 1994, it established the principle of transit passage through straits used for international navigation. Yet, special legal regimes such as Montreux and Constantinople remained in force to govern specific historical passages. In Episode 4, we will examine the interaction between fleets and the law of the sea, and the security questions surrounding Hormuz. Until then, peace from Jerusalem to all of you.